Team
All right,
Virus.
it's on. So we're doing a practice run with Virus Squad, and you are
30 degrees.
Ghost
Virus?
Short.
Yep.
Red Shadow.
All right, we're gonna be asking some questions.
Alright.
So, all right, Peyton, have you ever injured yourself while trying to impress a girl?
Yes. It was actually in a cafeteria. I walked up to this girl. I was kind of skipping in line and to talk to her, and one kid stuck his foot out, and I tripped and fell flat on my face. And after that, there's no recovery. It's just it's over. You walk away.
So wait, you have to tell the story that happened with it?
Yes, if you want.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that wasn't a big deal. So.
All right, Ghost of Story, you go ahead.
Well, have I ever injured myself while
To
trying
impress somebody, girl or boy.
No.
That's a
No.
lie. Everyone has.
Exactly.
Have you ever tried to impress anybody, not in a relationship type of way, like show off
Pretty much.
and embarrass
Have I ever
yourself?
tried to? I've embarrassed myself. I've never hurt myself.
Then tell me something embarrassing that you've done.
I remember I was like on the trampoline and I tried to do a backflip for my friend Eli, and I didn't do the backflip and I just landed on my side and he was like, "That wasn't a backflip," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that's like the only thing I can really remember.
Your story was like
Boring, yeah. It didn't hurt, but it just.
I can just imagine his ass looking.
it would have been funnier if you'd been like, I landed on my neck though, and like.
That would have been funny.
All right.
I have actually, and it's kind of hard to believe, but I have never hurt myself or tried to impress a girl at all. And the
The
story
story is not hard to believe with you.
What about friends? Friends?
How about
no,
just-
not really.
No.
He doesn't really try to impress people anyway.
He's just a goofy guy.
No, he's just there.
Yeah.
I'm just there. I
But
mean,
when he is talking or something, he's just typically being goofy.
yeah. I don't really try to impress people. It's more like.
Oh, geez.
But anyway, next
All right.
question.
Next question. All right.
Does that count as a pass?
No.
No, he answered it.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever, Peyton, taken food out of a trash can and eaten it?
Yes, actually. I'm not gonna elaborate into that. Just it was a tight spot for me. So
All right, Bryce.
No.
You lying?
I can't say I've ever taken food out of a trash can and eaten it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I have, but I don't remember when. But anyways, you.
Okay, does it specifically have to be a trash?
what else would it be?
Off the
A
ground.
dumpster? A burn barrel?
Really?
I ate a box of expired donuts.
Okay. I can see it. I can see him going for some old donuts.
Did you do it on a dare? Or did you just go, oh hey, donuts?
A little bit of both.
You're right. There you go.
I still remember this.
I still remember the taste.
This one's pretty
It was
ironic.
a smoky chocolate.
This one's pretty ironic. All right.
Peyton, have you ever broken something at a friend's house and never told them? You don't know, just a second ago, a guitar string was broken.
I got like 8 different stories of me doing that.
Go ahead and pick one.
Sorry.
Right.
So this one was kind of petty. I was like 6, and this kid had bought this really neat Wolverine action figure I wanted, because I was a real big fan of Wolverine when I was little.
Movable or
It was just one of those little,
it was a figurine.
yeah. Oof. And so I asked him for it. He said no.
Of course.
So I ripped the head out. Oh no! Out of frustration.
No.
Why? I was 6. I don't know what's going through my brain. I was just like, I just had a Gohan moment. I was like, no!
I reminded myself, like, my mom in essence, like, talking about the older me. And she was
Okay,
like,
Bryce. It's your turn.
she was like, I did not like the word no. Like, if she told me something, like, I'm like, can I get this piece of gum? And, like, I mean, this pack of gum out. She'd be like, no, I just fucking grab that bitch and put it in my pocket. And we got a store, I'll open it, put it in my mouth, and she'd make me take it back. But,
All right, Bryce.
Yes.
All right.
And my story. This was bad. So I was at my cousin's house in Atlanta, and he lives in this rickety old wooden shack. He has a bunch of rifles.
I don't know who that is.
He taught me how to shoot some of his rifles.
Did you really break a rifle?
No.
I was about to say.
So he left to go to work, and me and my other cousin, who's a year younger than me, were like, hey, let's go out in the back and shoot the rifles for a bit. Because we both knew how to do it.
Actual bullets?
Yeah.
You two are jackasses.
I mean, he had plenty of ammo. Shot the bullet, ricochets off a tree, and hits a statue figurine in his backyard. And me and my cousin pick up the broken, dismantled figurine and throw it in his lake.
Oh wow.
And he never knew.
Alright.
Sorry, Chris.
You guys, we gotta hide the evidence.
All right, John.
I have not broken something at a friend's house and not told him because I'm quite honest.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You just broke my guitar.
Shut the fuck up.
You just broke my guitar.
Hey, at least I told you.
He's like, bro, that was like 25
I apologized like
minutes
6
ago.
times.
It was 5 minutes ago.
He's like,
You
that was
literally just broke my
He's like, that
guitar.
was 5 minutes ago. Let it go, bro.
I am a scheming bastard. That I will.
He was
be
like,
like
it's like
a
5
parent
minutes ago.
on.
Just let it go.
Aaron, what are you doing?
I have a feeling he's going to get the guitar.
I do too.
Probably.
Don't knock down my calendar again. Please hear a giant crash.
To be a parent though, I am a lying bastard.
Dude, why are you
sometimes.
jinxing yourself?
And I will. Sometimes I'll skate.
You're gonna go back in here and your swords are gonna be shattered.
This man broke the strings on my guitar.
Yep.
Please
And
don't knock
he's
the-
breaking it even more.
All right, next question.
Oh, I forgot. Just put the
Just leave the guitar out here for now.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Have I ever shoplifted?
Oh, have I ever shoplifted?
Yes.
I just literally said that. I have.
Actually, no. Like, one thing, I wasn't big on stealing growing up. It just wasn't something that I typically did, especially from a store. Because, like, I tried once, but I was honest when I was growing up too. So I told on myself. I went inside this little pawn shop, and they had like this cool figurine dog I wanted, but it was like a smaller one. It was made out of tin. It was pretty cool artwork, and for some reason I thought I could walk out of the store hiding it behind my back, like that would work. And my mom saw it. She said, "Peyton, did you pay for that?" I was like, "I ain't got no money." I was like, "I didn't pay for it." And yeah, I had to go return it and apologize to the guy. So yeah, I failed to shoplift it, and I haven't shoplifted since.
Actually, I have an accidental story. So when I was around,
accidentally
yes,
shoplift?
listen, I was 6. You know, we're at Lowe's with my mother and my stepfather at the time, and we were trying to get paint for the walls because we were repainting the walls. And you know, keychains. They have a bunch of different keychains on this rack that was by the painting aisle, or they just had the different colors. And I put the thing around my neck, and my mom told me to remind her to pay for it. And we ended up walking out the whole entire thing through the checkout line with that around my neck. And no one said anything. And we went out the store. I was like, "Oh wait, you didn't pay for this."
Actually, I lied. I just thought of something. I actually stole some Laffy Taffy out of the store. It's like these tiny Laffy Taffies that were only like 5 cents.
My sister actually stole some Kool-Aid packets one time.
What the? All right,
Kool-Aid.
Bryce.
I don't know if black person stealing Kool-Aid. Think about that.
You know, like when she's like swinging her arms and she like put her arms in her jacket pocket and like walk out of the store and she realized when she got
I don't know if
Dude,
you.
if I'm a security guard and I see someone walking like this, I'm instantly gonna be suspicious. I'm gonna be like, "Go ahead, buddy."
I don't know if you can count this as technically shoplifting, but I did steal a jacket from my school's lost and found.
This is shoplifting. You know how many things are left in the lost and found all year and they just end up throwing away?
I mean, it was cold, and I'm like, I need a jacket.
I wasn't been successful, dude. Cause like I'd always like kind of like film myself a little bit. Like I'd be filming myself and like pull it out when I got out of the store.
You
And
idiot.
my mom would see it and she'd make me go take it back and like apologize like you did. That's really like every time my mom told me no about something, I'd still do it. Like I'd be like, all right. And I'd
I
grab
remember
it.
how old I was when I took the 10
I was
statue.
fine with that.
I think I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I was pretty young. I
I was
wasn't
saying-
6.
I was
though.
really
I
young,
said
too.
6.
All right,
Wraith?
go ahead.
All right.
right, so I've never shoplifted.
Oh my God, you're boring. You haven't answered one of these
However,
questions.
All right, you didn't shoplift. Next question. All right.
However, I used to steal my little cousin's Legos. I was like, you know what?
That's not shoplifting.
I'm saying we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
All right.
but I liked his Legos, so I was like, fuck you. These are mine.
Sinner!
Peyton.
These are mine.
Sinner!
Peyton.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer this question if you want to, and you can, and you don't have to tell me a story. But have you ever broken a bone?
Yeah, my nose. At middle school, Bryce and Eric remember that. Well, you weren't there for it, but I was playing
I remember.
football, and I caught my first interception at middle school, because I never really tried for interceptions. I typically just tried to get the quarterback. And my teammate didn't know I'd caught the interception, so he was looking for the guy who had caught the ball. And he runs in my path, and then my head like just collides with him like this. And then like it was weird. If I had like a couple of people I could show you, but I basically like we clashed into each other and we like flipped and like spun and hit the ground. And I'd broken off the tip, like not my cartilage. I'd broken the actual bone,
Just the tip.
the chip part off.
Ouch.
And I get up, I didn't even know I broke it, right? I got a headache, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that sucked. And I walk over to him, and he's crying. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? Then everyone's telling me to tilt my head up. And I was like, well, what? And I feel like suddenly like some liquid going down my nose. Well, I wipe my mouth, and I just pull my hand away, and there's just a bunch of blood. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. Because I never bled from the nose before, and I thought I hit it harder than that. So I was really surprised.
Cool.
All right, you.
I broke my arm skateboarding.
All right.
That kind of boring.
All right, time.
All right, so it takes place in middle school. It was my first day of tutoring school, right?
They have tutoring school now?
Yeah, it was like
tutoring school?
yes, because my parents are retarded.
Were you
After school tutoring.
However, the first day, I don't know why it was set up like this, but we were allowed to go outside and play football and stuff like that first.
It's not tutoring,
So-
that's PE. Were you tutoring in
Shut the
PE?
fuck up. Let me finish my damn
My
story.
son is not athletic. He's the second.
So, right? Me and my friend Randall were on opposite teams of football, and I so happened to like run into him while trying to catch the ball, and I ended up breaking my fucking elbow. And I got up, and my fucking elbow was pointed out that way.
You know what I just
And what's
realized?
funny is I remember it going in slow motion. I was like, nah. All I see is my friend Randall go, ah! And that was the day I broke my elbow.
I love how you described it.
My elbow, my arm, whatever.
Guys, you know what I just thought of? You remember how Chris was bitching about us doing the podcast? It's basically what we're doing right now.
It's not a podcast. It's Q&A.
I know, but just send him a video of this and he would get so pissed.
All right, last question before we wrap it up. Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
Several, actually.
All right, go ahead.
I've lived in a lot of haunted houses. My worst paranormal experience, though, was so I lived in this blue trailer. I was about 9-10 years old, and my sister, for some reason, only about part of the house was haunted. And it was like the right side of the house, and that's where my sister slept. She was typically the one that got messed with paranormal. Half the time I thought she was just lying to get attention. But it turns out she wasn't, because apparently the ghost didn't like her at all, because she decided to come to my room because she was scared. And when she came to my room, I was like, you ain't sleeping with me. She's like, why? I was like, because you pee the bed. I'm like, you're not sleeping with me. So she basically talked me into sleeping in my bed. I fell asleep. For the first time in my life, I had this terrible nightmare of this. It was basically my version of the boogeyman growing up. Like that, I've had different versions of this dream. It was like a lady that had black, gray spotted skin, kind of. I don't really know how to describe her. She was completely naked, had black hair that kind of looked like I don't know how to describe how it looked, but I dreamt of her killing my sister by screaming, and it broke my sister's neck.
Oh god.
And then I dreamt of her clawing my eyes out and slowly torturing and killing me.
You fucking know.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I woke up in a cold sweat, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I think the nightmare was brought on actually by a ghost. because when I woke up, I glanced over to the left, and there's just this girl standing in the corner staring at me. And then suddenly, I got shoved straight out of my bed. And it wasn't my sister. I just got shoved out of the bed. I don't know what hit me. I just fell off the bed, landed on my toy box, hit the ground, 9 years old. I start freaking out, having a panic attack. My mom and stepdad run in the room. My stepdad has a baseball bat and a 9mm in each hand. And my mom is just wearing a shirt, nothing on underneath. They were just terrified that like we got hurt or kidnapped. And to make matters the worst, my sister had indeed wet the bed.
Alright, Bryce. So I didn't know we were allowed to include nightmares in this, so it was like. Then I've got 2 stories actually, and one of them was pretty boring, so this actually make up for it. So when I was a kid, I used to watch YouTube in that room over there because that was the only computer at the house at the time. And I think I was watching Tobuscus actually, and I was watching his old.
No, I
animations.
love Tobuscus.
I know, I was watching his old animations, and I was sitting there, and I had this. You've seen my rum glass. I had a rum glass of Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna get a drink. Anybody want one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
But I had this rum glass of Coca-Cola.
What do I want?
I don't care.
Anything really.
I had this rum glass of Coca-Cola. I take a sip, and I drank it all. I put the mug down, and I remove my hand from the mug,
got it.
go back to watch the video, and something pushes my head down and makes me hit my forehead on the rum mug and break it. I turn around, no one's in the house. My grandpa's at work. But I know I felt something push my head and make it hit that rum mug. So that was like a real life. That was like a real life
I'll take it.
paranormal thing.
Okay.
And as for dreams, I've had nightmares since I was 6 years old, and I have these waking nightmares. And I remember the weirdest one that I had. It wasn't quite ghost-like, but it felt like a vision or something like a premonition, kind of. So I'm in bed, laying down, looking out my window. There's a full moon outside, and it's one of those the super moons where the moon is like closer than usual to the Earth, and it looks a lot bigger.
Y'all are freaking me the fuck out, by the way.
Oh, I have a really bad one.
Wait till we hear stuff. I'm joking. All right, go ahead.
Oh shit.
So.
Got me too.
Dude, you like it got me too. I'm like, remember. He's about like, hell no, I'm out of here. I swear.
I'm gonna make a beeline fucking.
That guy always dies first in the movies.
I get rid of the ghost.
Exactly. I like
Okay, after they tell scary stories.
No, I'm not.
That's how you tell
I
I'm
just
fucking scared.
so-
So, an asshole.
So it was a super moon, and I remember I was just sitting there looking at it, thinking how beautiful it looks. And for once in my life, everything is off in my house. TV's off, everything,
Yeah,
which I never do.
Laughing at Breland like maybe space out. Is this a dream or is this?
This is the dream. Okay.
Yes.
So I remember everything is off in my house, so I'm just looking at the moon, and it's so bright. I blink, and it's gone. The moon is just gone. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And it's pitch black in my house at this point. There's a strike of thunder that lights it up, and I'm like, I get shocked.
I can't do it.
Dude, I love this.
I hate the darkness. Like, I'm scared of it
I love
because of this
sometimes.
dream. And it gradually got worse as time went on, right? Until one night, I woke up from the dream, like right after she fucking was like about to kill me. My room was pitch black, and all I heard was breathing.
Oh, I hate
Please be also.
It wasn't a And
I think it's a ghost just doesn't in the corner.
so, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cover myself up and go back to sleep.
I wouldn't even cover myself. I would just stay perfectly still and waited for it to stop.
Dude, what is it with that, alright? Like, I'm sorry, but like, people think blankets and lights will stop a murder.
Because I can't see it. It doesn't exist.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to look. It can't kill me if I'm under the blanket.
Fucking Medusa.
Recently, I had a nightmare where I was on like a spaceship, whatever you want to fucking call it, and all of a sudden, it's just a loud explosion, and everybody gets sucked out, right, into the space, the vacuum of space. So I'm sitting there and I can't breathe. And it feels real.
Okay.
Like, I swear to God. And I'm like choking. I wake up, right? There's just a figure. There's just like a fucking figure standing in the corner of my room. And I don't know what happened after that.
And that was the story of the rape.
I kind of have like, it's kind of like funny and like it's a little scary. Like my cousins, they're like fucking with me because I was real little, and like I was in the room like by myself and it was a bunk bed and I was at the top, and they're like making fun of me. They're like, oh, beware the something like some type of fucking demon type.
Beware the ooga booga.
And I'm there smoking and shit, just chilling, and like the door is closed and everything. I feel fucking like grab like my fucking foot, right? I jump out of my seat, fucking hit my head on the ceiling.
Damn.
I was like, oh shit, and I fucking hit my head on the ceiling. And like,
I think I remember you telling me this story a
I
long
was
time
like,
ago.
hop over in the fucking pillow, and like, I just took off, and like, everybody's sleeping and shit, right? And like, I could have sworn like, I seen fucking shadows outside of the house, like, and nobody was like, everybody sleep, right? And I seen fucking shadows of people.
Shadows in the
No, I mean dead ass. Like I seen fucking shadows outside, like figures like a long-haired dude and shit. And so I'm just fucking terrified. Like I run in my grandma's room, and like that was it. Like I fucking just like hid in there with her.
Alright.
That shit was fucking.
I actually
terrifying.
have
And you hear them, they were walking and shit too, like everything. Like it was
I
fucking. scary.
actually have a quick question for all y'all. If you were a ghost, what would be the first thing you'd do?
Rape.
I honestly think from somebody.
You can't touch people physically,
Okay.
but you can mess with people mentally.
I honestly
Can you touch objects?
I go through their
I'd take
over-
over. I'd take over.
Can you
their-
possess an object and like?
That's what I was supposed to say. I possessed them. Like
Yes,
Can
again.
you like pick an object up or something?
Yes.
I possessed.
I would just haunt someone's house, not scare them, just fuck with them.
I possess
I'd
like
like
a
hide
vibrator.
them. Like, I'd
Okay, this is gonna sound messed up, but I would do every kill, like the kill in X-Men First Class. I would just possess a quarter and shove myself through someone's brain.
That was an X-Men First Class?
Yeah. Magneto just grabbed a quarter and just pushed it through someone's brain.
Oh, that's painful.
And the worst part, like, it wasn't forward, it was like,
I might as well.
and he just pushed it slowly.
I'm gonna touch up on this. When I said recently about the ghost story, like
That means you're
when
doing all that.
I was meaning like a couple years back. It's not like
That's pretty recent though. Years aren't that long.
Also, I have a comment. Is it just me, or is like one of the scariest things you can ever think of? Like, you see something from very, very far away, but it comes at you super fast. Like, so fast you can't even react.
that's what happened with the toy box. I mean,
Yeah, I know. That's what. Like, I could just. Every time someone tells a story, I try to put a mental picture in my head, and so I just picture like, especially your hallway, peeking out, seeing like a figure, and it's just.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
I
if y'all want to
That always gets my skin to crawl.
want
I don't know.
to experience some
This
freaky ass
act-
paranormal shit, come to my house and spend the night in the backyard in a tent.
All right. So when I was littler, you know that movie that came out?
I do not like kids.
Y'all know that movie that came out that was about the tooth fairies or something?
The Tooth Fairies.
It was like
I can be in the
some
Tinder
fucking
today,
weird
but not
movie
in
Wayne
where-
Johnson, the Tooth Fairy?
No. It was like a scary movie where they had no eyes, just like little mouths, right? And
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Hellboy 2.
no,
No,
it's
it's
a whole different movie.
It's an actual movie, like
It's
about
an
two
actual
stories.
movie all by itself, right?
Yeah.
So I watched it with my family, and this is, I don't watch scary movies because I hate them, right? And I just remember that for like a year or two, I couldn't fucking go down my hallway without someone coming with me because that fucking vent always scared me, like right there, because I was like, they're gonna fucking come get me.
Oh, Breland, what movie was that came out? I think it was in 2015, 2016, where this woman died and she went to hell and she came back.
Fuck. I know what you're talking about.
She had the pitch black eyes.
God damn it. They tried that on the dog.
They tried it on a
It
dog.
didn't work because they assumed like it didn't work. But then the dog came back, so they tried it on the lady. I know what you're talking about. Fuck. It was like the resurrection or something.
Something like that. But like that power, like seeing I didn't even see the movie. I just saw the trailers.
I seen that shit. It was
Her
pretty good.
power scared me.
It really did.
It was like it, but it wasn't afraid to like. It didn't play.
Yeah.
Like, she shoved that guy in a locker, twisted her head with the pitch black eyes, and you just see the guy in the locker, and then a bunch of hands come out and crush the locker,
Yeah.
and he died.
That was a scary ass movie. That's the
You
thing.
know,
Like, I love scary movies, but I cannot
I used to
handle it.
hate the fact that I was Irish back when I was 8, and
How
the reason,
dare you.
Alright.
and the reason why is because I saw the Leprechaun movie,
Oh my, I hate it.
That shit's so dumb.
and after that, I was scared since I was Irish.
Oh
I was
my
gonna get
fucking
killed
God.
by a leprechaun.
But I found it.
What?
Oh god.
Yeah, that shit was scary. I seen
This
that shit
one.
when I was like
It's
4.
don't. I think one of them was "Don't be afraid of the dark."
I seen that shit like I was 6.
But anyways, lads.
Yes, it's been me, Getrove,
30. Ghost.
Right.
And
Yep.
anonymous.
Anonymous.
The black guy.
And this was just a random Q&A.
This is it.
This is random Q&A before we do our Cards Against Humanity. So, see you guys in the next one.
It wasn't.